pass with Lewis. Floater again for Miles. And then under Belcher. Belcher from the clear. He's got to throw Belcher for the line. And Belcher scores. Yes, he is.
It was just a dream to be part of that and be around guys like Wally and Greg Canescu and Brian Niebling, and it was amazing, and I just felt so welcome.
And was still that influence of what Arthur Beetson started in
For sure.
80?
I think the common theme was our intense dislike for New South Wales, for whatever reason.
Langer now, he's got Belcher, Belcher inside, Belcher's out of the clear, and he's up to the post again. Belcher then opened them up and just went on with it.
And you came through Origin in such a bloodthirsty time. And cleverly, you weren't in the thick of most of that.
You noticed that?
Well, yeah, I did notice that. You're one of the smart ones. But it was...
There were always blues on, but I remember once there was a stink on. Blokes would be at it, and I'd come in from way in. You jump in, and then they start pulling them up, taking them apart. And I grabbed one of our players, and someone chopped him on the nose. And Wally said...
Well, you're holding him back.
Half-time, Wally said, "You don't grab our players, you grab them."
You're not an expert in brawls.
No, nothing like it. When in doubt, run out.
You're also part of that, and it's become this wild tale now, the exhibition Origin that they took to LA.
Oh, yeah, in 87,
So,
yeah. That was
in
good.
87.
Out they come here at Veterans Stadium, Long Beach, California.
What was the attitude of everyone?
Well, we'd won the series, Queensland, so ours was pretty, hey, we're going on a holiday and we've got to play a game of footy while we're there. Unbeknownst to us, and we should have realised, the Blues were planning, they were taking it as a fourth game of the series and they could level the series, so they came out pretty fired up.
He stood up there, though, and there's a little bit on. It's on now in Southern California. Good old Aussie Biffo.
We were having a great time. That's where Alf started the, well, there was a bodybuilding competition on, and a lot of people have heard the story, but I was there, and we're having it, so it was where we were staying, at the bar downstairs. We just went down for a couple of beers, and we're having a beer, and they went, "Okay, we're going to start the bodybuilding competition in 10 minutes. And so all of a sudden these guys, they're all oiled up. They've been out the back and they're pumping weights and they're all oiled up, and their girlfriends come out and their mates, and they come out and they just do their poses on stage. It was so, looking back now, it was so amateurish, but had a bit of music going, they're posing, and like that, little flaps. There's only 20 people there. Okay, and they've went through the 10 contestants. They went, "Oh, one more contestant. We've got from Australia, Alfie Langer." And Alf had no idea. He's at the bar with us. He just went...
Oh, he didn't put himself up for it.
No, Fatty put him up. He went, "All righto." So he took his shirt off. And he's gone up, and he's not doing the body. He's more like a stripper. He's got the shirt between the legs, and he's... Anyway, he won second prize, $50.
In his undies.
Yeah, $50, and the bodybuilders were filthy. He'd
got
taken their
second.
money. Yeah, he got second prize.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And this was before the game?
A couple of days before, yeah, not too nice before or something.
In the rep arena, how did you find out that you were going to represent Australia?
2 different times, really, because I went on a kangaroo tour and I didn't play a test. But then in 88, I got called up on my first test. Donnie Ferner was the coach. I think that helped me, and they put me in on the bench. And I couldn't cover too many positions, but so they'd shuffle everyone else around and put me on the wing. I had never played on the wing in my whole life, my whole career. But what do wingers do? And the first thing I had to do, they packed a scrum about 30, 40 metres out from the line, and Martin Afai, I'm marking the fastest man to ever play the game. And I'm probably the slowest winger ever to play the game. Coaches always said, show him the sideline. So I just showed him the sideline. They just threw the ball to him. He took one step in and I did the old.
Oh.
This is off ya. Now we'll see his pace. Away he goes. He beats Gary Jack. He's going to score. Offia will score. Wally Lewis cuts him off so he can't improve the angle. But we've finally seen him run in a straight line, and he scored a try.
I didn't get within 10 metres of him. And he just ran.
No
The
shame
easiest
in
try
that.
he's
He
probably
is
ever
amazing.
scored. And he scored. We came back, and Wally's running back, and he's just got the eyes. The eyes got me again. He's gone, "What are you effing doing?" I said, "I've never played on the wing." He said, "You better hurry up and effing learn." I went, "OK." So I didn't show him the sideline again for the rest of the game. I just raced up and got in his
Jam up
face.
quickly.
Oh, yeah, as quick as I
Get
could.
him. The 90 tour, the Ashes series against Great Britain, it's got stuff of legends. Kangaroos lose to the Lions at Wembley.
Schofield, nobody home. Oh, great play. Here goes Darryl Powell. They've got a mile of support. Eastwood, what a try. Oh, unbelievable. That is magic.
Yeah, that was devastating, actually.
That
Yeah,
has
they were fantastic.
Huge repercussions. And
It did.
were they covered in petroleum jelly?
Oh, well, Ellery Hanley always was, and I know a couple of the other players were. They'd come out and the ref would go there, and if they were kicking off, Ellery had grabbed the ball and he'd just rub it on the...
Yeah, so how did it set up the series? Because we know, obviously, at Old Trafford, and then your mates from Canberra just went to work.
Well, Ricky threw an intercept, of course, that put us in we were behind, precarious spot.
Oh, Lachlan, the intercept! Daly giving chase, but Lachlan will score! Lachlan has scored the try! That levels the scores!
And then, of course, not long later, he set up that amazing try, that dummy that he went through and set up for Mel.
It comes away to Stewart again. Stewart throws the dummy. Now Ricky Stewart's on his own. He's up to the halfway. He's waiting for Eddinghausen. He's got support. Eddinghausen's with him. Back it goes to Meninga. And Meninga tries. Meninga scores. Oh, what a try. What a try. What a run from Stewart. And what a try. Meninga.
People say, where were you? And I was back cheering him on like the rest of Australia. Go, Mel.
Keep going.
But even before that, and if you ever get to watch that full game, I'm not sure if you have, I only recently realised that one of the all-time great debuts for Australia wasn't kind of mentioned as much as it should have been. And it was Cliffy Lyons at 30 years of age.
Oh.
He was absolutely outstanding.
Moving up, tends to slide across the field. Lyons, great pass to Stewart. Daly, good ball, great chance here. Shearer will get there. Great try. That was a terrific pass from Lyons to start it.
What a
So-
beautiful footnote.
so
And you're
Cliffy
right,
had
no
it.
one, because the
Yeah.
Ricky and Mal moment has sort of eclipsed everything.
Well, there was a try before that, Bonnie, that ET, after, I don't know, went through plenty of hands, went down the sideline, kicked it back infield, and Cliffy caught it on the bounce and scored. It was going to be one of the greatest tries ever scored by Australia.
Out the back and it's picked up by Lyons again. Lyons on his own. Now Belcher. Belcher, good run. Elias. Frenetic stuff from Australia. Stewart throws the dummy. Meninga. And it comes now to Eddinghausen. Eddinghausen with pace. Eddinghausen kicks infield. And Stewart, I should say, Lyons. And Lyons has scored. What a try.
That is the greatest test try of all time.
And not long later, Ricky set up that amazing try for Mal. So it kind of, kind of got tucked away, but it was a special game.